Howdy. Evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Turn my phone off. Turn the sound down. Oh, it's going to be tough tonight. Hi, Jeff. Hope you're well, sir. God bless America, my friend. RNC convention's been pretty awesome so far. I've watched a little bit of it. Hi, JCB. Hope you're well. Yeah, that's. I was just listening to Byron Donalds come out. I almost didn't want to start right away. Kind of hard to stop listening to all that good talk about what they plan to do, and I believe it. Got to have faith. Well, thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate it. I don't know if any of you are been watching that. Hi, Lori. I agree, JCB. A real tragedy what happened over the weekend. But thank God for protecting Donald John Trump. So the windows are open to fly. Hopefully that's working. No reason it shouldn't be. I figured out a couple more hotkeys. Got on one of the 3D windows so we can do a couple different views. In fact, Chris is in the room. Let's see about seeing what he's gonna fly. Looks like an FMS style Cessna. Hi, Chris. So we had a horrible storm here yesterday. Oh my goodness. It circular motions, tornado warnings, tornado on top of Mount Lemmon. I lost my greenhouse. Boo. Lost a lot of trees. A lot of big branches in my mesquite trees just broke right out. And they were already heavy with the mesquite beans, so all that wind just did it in. You know, we got stuck about a mile and a half away, coming out of Walmart when it was hitting, and it was. It must have been 60-mile-an-hour winds, at least. Hi, Mike Bird. Hope you're doing well, sir. Good morning to you. Good stuff, Chris. I should say I'm still filling in for Fred. Fred, if you're out there, I'm just filling in for you. Good flying, Chris. Hey, Victor. How are you, sir? Thank you for stopping in. Windows open. You know, I wanted to thank you guys. I was just happened to look at the watch hours and all the new growth on the channel. And hi, Joe. I just want to thank you all. It's an awesome feeling, and I appreciate it, friends. I certainly do. Joe, I saw that you had a live stream of a tornado, but then it was set to private, I guess, right after I was trying to look at it. Hope you're doing all right. We had one yesterday, or close to it, anyways. Yeah, friend of mine that flies at the field. He's got a rain gauge. He lives a couple miles away. He said it was over 3 inches. So y'all see, I did a banner, or actually, like to thank my son. He came over and helped me do that. So 3 inches of rain, Lori. Hi, Mountain RC. Yeah, it's back on. You know, it was off from last night when we got home at 6:30 until after 7 o'clock this morning. I just walked in the house from getting 2 bags of ice, trying to keep the milk a little colder. The power kicked right back on. It was funny because I was telling my wife, yeah, there's a guy down the street with a truck and it looks like he's getting to flip it back on, and it certainly was, Lori. Yeah, I went out there and trimmed on a few of the trees and have a pile about 20 foot around and about 5 foot tall of just long branches that I cut. I still need to go through and cut some more. Great flying, Chris. I see somebody else has got Tyler Perry's plane out. Let's see who's flying next. Oh, that's Victor. We'll watch Victor for a little bit. Go over here and fly right off his tail. I sure did. You know, it was just one of those little 10 by 20 hoop houses. You know, I think they're called quick tent, and you know, 180 bucks, 200 bucks, something like that. But yeah, I didn't even really get to use it. I got it all set up and stuff in it. Didn't really grow anything in it, which that was going to happen real soon. So I'm going to have to scramble to find something else. Woohoo! B Lane, how you doing? Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for that. Uh-oh, back door's open. Oh, no. There we go. Push a button and do it again. That's what I love about RealFlight. Thanks for flying, Victor. Oh, that's good. Glad to hear that, Joe. Yeah, that's your dog, right, Jiggy? Hopefully. I think you're always out walking with your dog when I watch. Victor's trying to give Tyler Perry some ideas. Well, I don't have the. Yeah, it sure is, Joe. I don't have the convention thing going anymore. I mean, it's all right. I mean, I really don't care. But the speeches I was hearing before I got on, they were pretty good. So, woo, nice dodge in the billboard there, Victor. Hey, Spencer. How you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're doing all right. Thank you for stopping in. So, I really didn't ask anyone. You really don't have to give your opinion, but What are your thoughts of J.D. Vance? Son of a butcher, Marine Corps veteran. Freshman from Ohio. That's about all I know. I agree, Mike Bird. Did y'all see David Snyder fly his F-14? Wow. I think he hit the terrain there about 2 minutes 36. Sounded like he scraped a few bushes. That was good stuff. Hi, Paul. Hope you're doing well, sir. Oh, that looked expensive. So y'all remember the pilot of the red, white, and blue Super Chipmunk, Art Scholl. Art Scholl was a um, pilot. He did a lot of routines, flew a lot of air shows. I had no idea that he flew with his dog sometimes. Do you know what his dog's name was? Aileron. I thought that was really cool. I thought so too, Jeff. It looked close. Oh boy. But he did a great job. Kicking up dirt at the end too. Hey, I'm sure y'all heard that Randy Ruffins passed away, and he was a great guy. I know we're all gonna miss him, and we don't know when our time is. So live while you're here. Go make your dreams happen. JCB, I saw a video the dog was out on the wingtip, just standing there. But I guess he did fly with it in his lap. At least taxi around. Good flying, Victor. Let's go to next. See if Chris is flying. Chris is taking a break, it looks like, so we'll put it back on Victor. So I'm sure some of you have seen these little Stream Deck, 6-button deals. That's what I picked up to help get everything going, make it a little easier for myself. Works really well. Impressed. JCB, and I believe that happened just here within the last few days in 1985. I think that's why one of those videos popped up. Well, it looks like Chris is back to flying. Let's kick it on him real quick. See if these two can chase each other around. Don't worry, be happy. Very true, Mike. That's awesome, Paul. Mine are a week old right now, and they're not too bad. They're doing okay. Did the first feeding at 1 tablespoon per gallon. My problem is that now I'm going to have to scramble to get an outdoor greenhouse together. That's all right. I'll figure it out. Hi, EQ. Thank you so much for stopping in, sir. Nice. It's gonna be beautiful, Eric. That Sky Raider's a nice machine. Mike Bird, you're very right. Chris did a really good job flying that FMS 1500 millimeter Cessna 182. Beautiful. I think that must be his favorite plane. Nice. One wheel peel. Yeah, that's what I had, Mike Bird. I have 2 of them, and one of them survived the one of them survived because the cover was already all torn off of it. So the wind just ripped the cover off and the metal frame survived. The other one, I had it nice and snug around the frame. I just put it up like months ago, and when the wind got hold of it, it had both doors open, and it just folded it down to nothing. Thanks for flying, Chris. Appreciate it. Victor's got a AL-37 going. Back ordered for a year? Wow. The UMX Draco, Paul? Very cool. Is it 3S? Like a 3S 300? What about motors for a Tiger Cat? It's 1700 millimeter. Maybe too small if they're twin. Some inverted airline action. There you go, Victor. Nice. Very nice. Oh, it's 4S. Wow. You know, I was surprised that Air Tractor is like 2 feet or, yeah, 24 inches, 25 inches. The box is significantly bigger than the little Waco, UMX Waco. Boy, those dang poles just get in the way every time. Do you have reverse, Victor? Oh. Woo. That's quite a price difference, EQ. Really is. Most of the time, you do get what you pay for. You know, if you get something a little bit more expensive, a little better, usually pays off in the end. Hi, David Snyder. How are you, my friend? We were talking about your video earlier with the F-14, how you were cutting the grass on the hill with it. Hey, JCB is flying. Let's watch JCB for a few minutes. Thank you, Jim. I'll try and keep the rotation going a little bit, and we can even change the view if you like. Although some of those will make me nauseous if I watch it too long, so I'll just keep an eye on the chat and not watch the planes. Not that I'm afraid of heights or anything. Heights don't bother me. Just certain motions, right? We had a houseboat. Those certain motions would do it. Well, I don't know who's speaking at the RNC right now, but I'm sure I have really tough competition. And I appreciate you guys for being here. Maybe change airports. I could do that. Mess everybody up flying. Let's see, which one do you want to fly at? Junkyard, Joe's Garage. Fly at Joe's Garage. Sorry about that if it crashed you guys on that end. Smoke on. There we go. Yeah, Fred sent me a little video earlier. He was getting hammered with some rain. So I wish him the best. It probably left here yesterday and is at his house today. So far, so good, Mike Bird. I'm sure I have enough of you in here that are moderators that could take care of any unruly people if they came in the room. Woohoo! Nice flying, Jim. Putting the Citabria through its paces. Good deal. Whew. Oh no. Sorry, I can't do that one. I thought that number 2 button might be a mistake. Nice flying. Yeah, it does that to me, Lori. I'll have to be looking for the Dramamine. Always had to take one of those pills when we go to the lake because it was up through the mountains, down the other side, real curvy, windy road. Every time somebody in the car would get sick. Woohoo. Well, I did make it through high school, but that doesn't really mean I can read all the way. I do okay. You know, if it's Tom Clancy, Rush Limbaugh book, you know, Dave Ramsey book, all those important things that you should read, or that I read. I'm boring though, right? Woohoo, Jim. That's great. You wouldn't want to read a novel about being shipwrecked in a moving car. Probably wouldn't be a good idea. Oh, excuse me. New jet. Did you return the rental car, Mike? You still have the McLaren? Or did they get you back your Beamer? Well, thank you, JCB, for flying. We're going to switch it up here, I think. Chris was just landing upside down out there, so we'll watch him if he's going to go. Okay, we'll flip it. Oh, there he goes. There we go. Straight up and over. So, do any of you have a Yak 54 or 55 The seagull. Yak. Mad season. Howdy to you. Thank you for stopping in. I have an opportunity to pick one up. And I know it's a 3D plane. Ah, how fun. Is there going to be any tires left on the back of it? Oh, yeah. I think that Cessna is like just an extension of Chris. You fly it really well. Dead sticks, no problem. Woohoo! Switch up the view. I appreciate y'all stopping in. Victor, Chris, JCB for flying. I appreciate that as well. That's faster than all the motorcycles out there. At least all the ones you can buy on the showroom floor. My aunt owned a gas station, and I worked there in 1990. And there was a guy with a McLaren that used to come in. Oh my goodness, was it nice. It was a full-blown race car for the street. There were a few really nice cars that would come into the station. Nice one-wheeler. Jeff, one of your last videos you put out, I couldn't help notice, but there was a lot of little black bugs flying around. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I could handle that. I can't imagine it's any worse than going outside and having 50 little ants crawling up your leg. So we each have our own struggles. I believe it, Jeff. Sometimes, we Roy, talk about bugs, and Roy stops in. Thank you for joining us. Let me get you a wrench. Thank you, sir. Yeah, sometimes, it rained really good yesterday, so I'm sure there's going to be some water puddles around. Oh, very nice, Mike. Thank you. I'll check that out. Woohoo. Victor has the giant pits out. Hope you're doing well, Roy. Let's go to Victor for a few minutes. Switch it up again. Everybody likes a pits with that checkerboard pattern under the wing. That is so classic. Nice flying, Victor. Well, some of you don't really have bugs. You have like, they're the size of birds, small birds. Ooh, nice roll. Good deal, Roy. Glad to hear it. Oops. Watch out for that tree. I need to refresh my drink. So, watch Victor, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you, thank you. A fork and knife, huh? That would be funny if it wasn't true. Yeah, it fluctuates here too, Paul. Some years are good and some years are not. This year, so far, it's been pretty good. It's been really dry though. So with you get a lot of moisture in the ground here, and we get a lot of the ants and the underground termites and whatnot that wreak havoc on homes. Nice flying, Victor. Looked like an old Dodge swept line there in the background. Nice. Low altitude aerobatics. Good deal. Let's switch it up again and watch JCB for a few. That Citabra is a really nice plane. They're fun to fly. Woohoo! Hi, David. How are you, sir? Thank you for stopping in. Certainly appreciate it. Say hi to Crystal for me. Woo! Oh, darn. Watch out for that pole. Just push a button and go again. David, it's gonna be a little bit. The heat is on here and in Vegas. Joe, thank you. I appreciate you, sir. Certainly appreciate you. I am too already. You can have these hot temperatures. Just makes me want to stay inside after about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's all I can handle. I was out there until about 11 today, cleaning up, cutting branches, piling up stuff, taking the covers off of the greenhouses. Ooh, nice knife edge. I believe Randy had some family. He had a son, I believe. I know that David Snyder posted on his page. That's Michael Reitza told me about it on one of the Zoom chats, and yeah, that was tough to hear. I just wonder how the boar hogging is up there. Yeah, I really liked watching Randy when he would go live back a few years ago, just sitting in his armchair, smoking on his little e-cig or pipe and talking about whatever. He was a great guy. We're all going to miss him. Ooh, nice. Nice, Jim. Oh, almost. Thrust reverse. I agree, Mike Bird. He really liked that edge. That extra. Whew. He sure did. Let's go to Victor. See him fly a one-wheel ultimate biplane. Okay, it's got two wheels. Forgot the tail wheel. Nice control, Victor. Oh, he did him in, Jim. Victor has it in slow mode motion. It was today, Paul. It was really humid here. Of course, it dumped a lot of rain last night. And my shop cats are back. Speaking of the Tucano, Chelsea Hamilton's hangar, boy, that is it the Brazilian scheme? Wow, that is beautiful and big. That's going to be a nice plane. And yeah, you know, you have to do those in pieces like that sometimes. Best thing to do is just get it, do the basics, get it up and flying, then make your upgrades. All right, Victor, giving us a little tail touch. Very nice flying, Victor. So I imagine Vance and Trump are going to speak tonight, right? Like, have they spoke yet? I don't know. Maybe one of you know. Nice calm night tonight. That's good. After like 4 days apart, being out of electricity for like 4 and then 12 hours, I'm done with that. I know why people in Maine have a generator. Uh huh. My buddy Greg, who's moving out here, hopefully this year, he asked me, should I bring my generator? I said, man, you don't really need it out here. Well, maybe he needs to bring it. Victor, you hit the old truck, man. After closer look, that looks like an old Chevy. Well, that's good. I, if the speeches that are going on are anything like earlier, it's a good day for America. That's all I gotta say. It's the start of something great. Switch the view up again. Oh, it's always fun when you're flying in real flight to, go around and check out all the terrain, see what's in all the buildings, see if you can fly through them. I know I like to do that. Sometimes I'll just get a jet and just take off and not even try and get off the grid, but you can't. It just continues. A lot of trees come down, Lori, from what my friend says, and a lot of people hit deer. It's like people hit deer there, like people hit bunny rabbits, cottontails here, or quail. They're always squished in the road. Horrible. Yep. Mike Bird, you're onto something there. You know, there were some shortcomings in the security detail. Some of the videos I saw didn't look like they were really out to protect him. You know, I would hate to think that they let the kid take the shot, but boy, that you know that thought does cross my mind. We'll switch up Victor again. Woohoo! Nice flying, Victor. Nice flying, Victor. It's a tight, flat turn. Oops, there's a barn. Let's see. If you're on Evolution, oh boy. See, that's why I made just hotkeys. That way I just press the button and it switches it for me. Uh-oh. We're along for a ride. Smoke on. Boy, Jim, I hope that's not true. But I can imagine it probably was, or is. It would be fun to visit Maine. Then I have to go to Peabody, Mass. See where my family used to live. Uh, 30%. Okay. Switch up the view again. If we Great flying, Victor. Thank you, sir. That's kind of funny, Lori, because that old 66 Ford truck in my yard has down east signs on the side of it from my buddy. And I've been looking at that for like 8 years now. I really need to get back on those trucks. And I finally got the master cylinder for the buggy, so I'm going to do that. Keith Christie, how you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. Get you a wrench. Thank you, sir. I saw you in here flying last week or week before. Appreciate that. He'll get it done. I don't have any worry about that, Paul. Roy, you and me both. That'd be one guy I'd have to stop and see. It's a single pot master cylinder, so it's just one hole going down, and 3 lines coming off the front of it, which one is a ascending unit, of course, and then the other 2 are just for the front and back brakes. So, do any of you follow the instructional pilots for RC that are on YouTube? One of them is Michael Wargo. Any of you watch his videos? Get any good pointers out of that? I watch them. Always trying to improve a little bit. Trying to be a little smoother on the stick. Good knife edge, Victor. It, he was, Roy. Mike Birds, you're absolutely right. Hey, I haven't seen Litz. I haven't seen Terry in here. I know that he used to come into Fred's show and fly. Maybe he is not subbed up or doesn't know that I'm filling in for Fred. Not sure. I'll have to let him know next time when I watch his video. You bought that bike, right, Paul? That's a pretty nice bike. You're very much like my buddy Paul, my wife's cousin. He has motorcycleitis. Dirt bikes, Harleys, any kind of bike. He likes older stuff. He's looking for a 77 RM 250. I told him good luck. Thank you, Keith. Glad you found us. Jim, you're absolutely right. You know, maybe in 50 years they'll carve another head up there. Although I doubt it. I mean, those that's one monument that should not be messed with, really. It's a shame, but I don't know if they had fireworks there. I didn't see anything, and I know that the Biden administration had been trying to make it not happen. So Chris is sitting there, Victor's sitting there. No problem, Victor. Can't expect you all to be flying. I know I was flying earlier. Trying to fly that gyrocopter. My goodness. That's pretty difficult. Half throttle, it's coming out of the sky. Oh, thank you, Mike Bird. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hadn't seen him in here yet. Hopefully while I'm pushing these buttons over here, making people moderators. I don't accidentally hit the wrong one. I know that happened to Fred. It took him a while to get it figured out, but sometimes. Oh, that's nice. He does like YZs too. He's still got his original '85 RM250 that he got when he was a kid. I think he was 8 when he used to start. 8 years old and riding a 250. He was riding a little Z50 when he was like 3 or 4. So he's a madman on a motorcycle. I appreciate y'all being here. Victor's got the Harrier. He's going to fill it up with fuel first. Well, thanks for flying, Victor. I appreciate it. We'll check your 6 for a few. Be able to see those servos down the tail. That's right. Paul, 76, 77, YZs. They were the first monoshocks. And they were fast little bikes. A kid down the street from me had one. I'm certainly glad I grew up with, all that cool old stuff. I mean, the new technology today is it's really cool, but I think you learn more things a little more basic. Take care, Lori. Have a good night. I appreciate you being here. See you in the Zoom. I know you have a few nice ones there, Roy. Or at least a nice blue one in the garage. Z28, 1970. I can't remember if it's a split bumper. Beautiful car. Woohoo. Z28. Well, if you could go back in time, that'd be one car that would be hard not to buy right off the showroom. That or a 70 Chevelle with the big block. I really appreciate all those people that bought them, drove them, enjoyed them for a little while, and then put them away. Let them bake a little bit. Yeah, old trucks, old cars, doesn't matter. Old motorcycles. If it's old, I like it. You know, there's nothing wrong with a regular Camaro Z28 that's got a single front bumper, but the split bumper does look nice. Opens the grill up. Really looks good. We'll switch up the view here again. Watch Chris for a few minutes. Appreciate you guys flying. Man. It's hard to think that in high school I had a 65 El Camino with a 327. 3-speed on the column car. The first thing we did was cut the exhaust to make it dual exhaust. Dumped right behind the back seat probably. And put Thrush mufflers on it. I was going to buy the cherry bombs, but my dad said, no, those are too loud. Get the Thrush. So I'll check that out in a little bit, Mike Bird. I love those old videos. Not sure if any of you watch Steve Magnante do the High Octane Classics. He features some really nice cars on there. They are super sweet. So half laps. Take off to the moon. There you go. The woodpecker exhaust. I don't think I've ever heard it called that, but yeah. I remember putting that little sticker of the woodpecker dude on the back window. Right in the corner behind the driver. Had an 8-track tape player in it. Under the dash. And, you know, I had a few 8-tracks, right? I had Pink Floyd The Wall. The Sex Pistols, I think. Dan Fogelberg. And some Creedence Clearwater Revival. And I think that was it. That was the choice for the 8-track. No cassette player. No nothing. Before CDs. Nice one wheel. Nice wheelies. Yeah, the ones I had, Roy, they gave the car a nice rumble. I mean, it had 327 in it. It had 202 Fuelie heads. It was nothing special, but it did have a 4-barrel power steering car, AC car. Kind of wish I still had that. Be real nice. Although I don't think I would trade it for all the trucks I have now. I'll keep what I got. Thank you, Chris, for flying. Victor's on the runway. There we go. Watch Victor for a few. He's got the F-14. I meant to ask David Snyder if he had any problems with the swept wing functions on his, and if he used them or not in that video. I don't remember seeing that, if the wings went back and out. Take care, Chris. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you flying tonight. Have a good night. Have a good week. Roy, what else do you have other than the Camaro? You have a Cuda too, don't you? Roy, that ain't no joke right there. That ain't no joke. He used the grass on the hill to slow down. That's very true. That that thing commanded the whole sky. It was a really good flight. Chris did an amazing job with this FMS 182 Cessna also. What truck do you want to pick up? I'm probably going to build one to sell. So I have to build it, sell one to fund the next project, you know? It's kind of the way I've done it for a little bit. Sometimes it doesn't always go that way. But that's alright. We'll get it done. No Guniac afterburners in there. '73 Cuda, '69 Chevelle, '69 Roadrunner, all in various states of project. Well, I know the Camaro runs. I saw you get it out of the garage and get it fired up and washed, which was awesome. That was really cool. My '63 Ford F-250 out there has Y-block in it and a 4-speed, and it's a complete truck other than a flat tire on the front, you know, and junk in the bed and no seat in it. But I could probably put a battery in it and gas down the carburetor and get it to run and start. And I'm probably going to use that Y-block for one of the other projects. Just try and keep it on the lower side of not spending thousands upon thousands of dollars for a truck that you could go buy for, you know, $2,000 or $3,000 already. Some of you that are in the Rust Belt, right here where I live is a good area to come and look for a vehicle project to take home. Not only do they cost less money here most of the time, but usually find good straight bodies, no rust. It's always that last 5% that takes half the money or more. Interior costs a bundle now. Ooh, parked it right on the table. Yeah, it's okay not to, put brand new fresh paint on a car. You can drag it out of the weeds or out of somebody's garage or carport, wash it off and just get it to run, drive, stop, the whole thing. Use it, enjoy it. And then decide if you want to further the project. A lot of times I've done just that. Got an old truck, fixed it. I got a '69, had a blown engine. I had a good FE motor. Bought the truck for $500. Put the motor in it, got it to run. Sold it off. I didn't want a '69 long bed Ford, although they are really cool. I've already had a bump side, and I really didn't want to own another one for a long period of time. But if you're going to buy and sell cars, old trucks, you make your money when you buy it, not when you sell it. Yeah, you've had the CUDA. Hi, Fred. Appreciate you stopping by, sir. You've owned the CUDA for 40 years. Wow. That's amazing, Roy. Hopefully the storm passed you by, Fred. So is the CUDA 340, 318, 383, 440? What has it got? Oh, slant 6? I know somebody that had a slant 6 Barracuda with a rack on the back of the trunk for luggage and a vinyl top. It was ugly, brown. That's good, Fred. Glad to hear it. It's a nice calm night here. A little bit hot. Very nice. 383 is a strong engine. I had a 66 Chrysler Newport that had a 383 Magnum in it and a 727. Now, I don't know the gear ratio. It's probably two something. And I got it from my grandmother. Little did I know it didn't really have any transmission fluid in it. And that long hour trip home just burnt the transmission to a crisp. I just barely made it. So, there went another one. What do you expect for a free car back in the day, you know? Grandmother hooked me up. Boy, that's hot, Fred. It's warm here too. That's good. You know, I always like that the Barracuda with that ARA striping down the side really looks cool. Well, let's see here. Let's see what I can do. This thing's been really challenging. I'm not sure I would buy one of those things from who is it? Hobby King? Yeah. Not the easiest to control. Once you let off about halfway, it starts to want to come down. It likes to do it nose in. Yep. Oh, almost. Well, there we go. Yeah, it's been fun. It's trying something new, you know. Michael writes AAR. That's what I meant. Hope you're doing well, Michael. So I'm sure I missed the people talking. JD Vance talked tonight. I take it you like that choice, Michael? Should be good. They're going to change some things around. Make America great again. Guys, I really appreciate you being here, hanging out with me. I'm sure it was. I guess he made the statement that a chunk of his ear is missing. Him and Evander have something in common now. I'm certainly glad to see all the great support that he gets. Makes me proud. Makes me proud to be here. That's a great deal, JCB. That's a great deal. I thought about getting that one, but I already bought that little air tractor, so which I still have to maiden. It's been pretty warm, and I've had a lot of stuff to do, so I haven't got that done yet. But I will. You're welcome, Victor. Thank you for flying. I appreciate you guys. So next week, what airport you want to fly at, Victor? You have a favorite? Do a float fly day? Ruh-roh. There I go. Well, guys, I think I'll call it a night. I'll go check on my animals and make sure the gates and the doors are all locked and take my tired butt to bed. The 4:30 a.m. is going to roll around real fast. And oh, you bought the T28. That's a great deal right now at $549. Hard not to pull the trigger on that one. Thank you, Fred, Michael, Keith, Victor, Mountain RC, Jim. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being here and flying. And we'll see you next Monday. Take care, guys, all right? Have a good night.